Somebody needs to pay for all my children. Somebody needs to be held accountable, and they need to pay.
It's that time again. It's All Hallows Eve, a spooky time where we exchange delicious treats and tell scary stories. And do I have a scary, spooky, terrifying story to tell you today. A word of warning. If you are listening to this and you are faint of heart, or maybe you have small children in the room, it's best to click off this video production right now, because this story could be terrifying and slightly intense. But if you are like me and don't mind a small dose of the unexplained and paranormal, then by all means grab yourself a snack and a carbonated beverage drink and let's get started. This story is called Women's Studies. Mabel Flappencheeks was a hard-working college student. She just happened to be in college for 15 years, constantly learning new things, mostly pertaining to the evil, the horrible white man. She hated the white man and everything they stood for. But that wasn't gonna stop her. No white man was gonna tell her she couldn't read and write and all that other kind of thing. So after amassing $650,000 of college debts from student loans and other horse shit, she finally graduated. She would show anybody willing to listen her shiny new women's studies degree. She was very proud of it and constantly spoke of how great it was. But as we all know, the world is a cruel and miserable place, and just having said degree will not give you a steady paycheck. So Mabel had to find herself a job. As a hefty woman of size, Mabel wasn't going to let anybody keep her down. She submitted hundreds of job applications, and finally somebody asked her for an interview. Mabel was very excited. She charged up her mobility scooter, put on her best muumuu, and spiked her hair up in the most obnoxious way possible.
I'm finally gonna get a job. Those white men always keeping me down. I'll tell them who the real woman is, and I will make so much money, and I could finally crush the white male patriarchy,
she said with a slight fart of defiance. She quickly finished her second bag of Doritos and headed out the door. A door to employment, gainful employment. Finally, Mabel was gonna be her own woman and could pay off her college debts. When she arrived at the job interview, who would have guessed it was a white man interviewing her?
Look, I'm applying for this job now, but as a white man, I don't think you're fit to be doing the interview of such a strong, empowered woman.
The interviewer looked shocked. He couldn't believe the nerve of this fat woman telling him what to do. So he brushed it off and asked her about her educational background.
Well, evil white man, let me tell you a little about my educational background now. I happen to have a degree in women's studies. Now that should tell you enough that I'm more than qualified for said position now.
What the interviewer said next was very shocking and shook Mabel to the very core. Oh, women's studies, is that what it is? You mean like cooking, cleaning, and sucking cake? Mabel hurried back to her overpriced studio apartment as fast as her mobility scooter could take her. She was so shocked, so horrified that she tied a noose and hung it from the tallest rafter. Mabel couldn't take this world anymore. She knew it was always gonna be run by the evil white man. She put the noose around her neck and jumped off a stool that she had placed under her feet. But what Mabel didn't calculate was the bulbous size and mass and girth of her grotesquely disfigured body. As the rope snapped, so did her neck, severing her head from her body. As the noose turned from side to side slowly, the last few images her severed head could process was her body laying on the floor, giving out one more final fart of defiance. The end.